everybody, and welcome back to our election story time. This is our fourth one out of 6, and today we're going to be reading Vote for Our Future by Margaret McNamara and Mitch Player. We've got some pretty cool campaign buttons in here. Every 2 years on the Tuesday after the first Monday of November, Stanton Elementary School closes for the day. For repairs? Nope. For a holiday? Nuh-uh. For vacation? No way. Stanton Elementary School closes for Election Day and changes from a school to a polling station. What's a polling station? A polling station is where people vote. Myrtle Elementary School is a polling station, and so is the library. The reason people vote is to choose who makes the laws of the country. We should all vote, said LaToya. We should all vote to make the future better. We can't vote until we turn 18, said Lizzie. So what can we do? The kids of Stanton Elementary School did their research. They looked in books and made notes. They went online and found all kinds of information. They even took a trip to their local election office and picked up forms. I can't wait till I can vote for real, said Amal. Me either, said everybody else. Kids have to live with adult choices. The kids of Stanton Elementary School were ready to spread the word. Katie and her mom made flyers and handed them out. Don't forget to vote, Katie told one busy dad. I didn't even know there was an election, he said. Now you do, said Katie. Can I go with you when you vote? Jasmine asked her big sister. It's a pain to vote, her sister said. I'm not even registered, added her friend. It's not hard to register, said Jasmine. You can do it together, and I can show you how. Nadia and her auntie went door to door. Voting is a right, Nadia said. A right that women didn't have 100 years ago. One lady told them, I don't like standing in lines. I don't like lines either, answered Nadia's auntie. But if we stand in line for coffee or for a movie or at a bank, I bet we can stand in line to vote, said Nadia. Said the lady. Maybe we can. At Jaden's house, the whole family was making their voting plans. Jaden's dad was voting before work. Jaden's mom was voting after work. I've walked to that polling station every election since I could vote, Jaden's great-grand told him, but I can't walk so far anymore. A volunteer can drive you, said Jaden. Let's get you set up, said Jaden's mom. Mia and Noah and Jamal had a bake sale. Don't forget to vote, Mia said as she handed out change. I'll be away on election day, said one woman. In our state, you can vote early, said Mia. Or you can vote by mail, said Jamal. The voter guide tells you how. Voting, what's the big deal? Asked the teenager. People fought wars so we can vote, said Mia. That's a big deal. Why should I vote, said the sad lady. Nothing ever changes. Besides, one vote won't make a difference. Are you kidding? Said Jamal. Changes are made every day because people voted. It says every vote counts. By the time it was the first Tuesday after the first Monday of November, every kid at Stanton Elementary School had spread the word to their families, to their neighbors, to friends, to strangers, to friends of strangers. The whole town had a voting plan, and on election day, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do this. Voters came early in the morning before the sun was up. They waited in line with coffee. They rode in on wheelchairs. They voted for the first time and for the 50th time. They ran in at the last minute. They came with their sons and daughters, their nieces and nephews, their brothers and sisters, their cousins and friends. I want to see if I can get the whole thing to fold out so you can see it. On the first Wednesday after the first Monday of November, all the votes had been counted. The results were so close, the votes had to be counted again. Some people won, and some people lost. The laws of the country began to change. Stanton Elementary School went back to being a school. And the future began to change. Now there's some more information. Well, here's the cool campaign buttons in the back. These ones all say I voted and stuff like that. But here's some more information about voting. It says when adults vote, they vote for people and causes they believe in. They vote so that those who speak for us, our local and state representatives, our congresspeople, our president, will follow policies and make laws that are good for everyone in the country. Acts of Congress are laws that have to be followed by everyone in the United States of America. Here are some acts of Congress that made the future better. The Postal Service Act was signed into law by our nation's first president, George Washington, in 1792. It established the United States Post Office Department. Nowadays, the U.S. Postal Service delivers over 140 billion pieces of mail. Before the Civil Rights Act was passed in 1866, people who had been enslaved had no rights at all. This was the first act of Congress to make it a law that every citizen be treated equally. Americans still struggle to preserve every person's civil rights today. The Yellowstone National Park Protection Act became a law in 1872. Now there are national parks in every U.S. state and territory, consisting of over 80 million acres, preserved for the benefit and enjoyment of the people. The Indian Citizenship Act became law in 1924. Although this law granted citizenship to all indigenous people, many Native people did not have the ability to vote until 1962. The Air Pollution Control Act of 1955 was the first law to declare that air pollution was a national problem. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was signed as a result of the Civil Rights Movement. This law made it a crime to injure, intimidate, or interfere with any person because of their race, color, religion, sex, handicap, familial status, or national origin. It continues to be amended to protect the rights of all. The Americans with Disabilities Act, passed in 1990, states that people who are differently abled must be accommodated in schools, in the workplace, and in public spaces. If I could talk. The Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act was passed in 2010 and ensures that all people in the United States have access to health care at an affordable cost. And then the little girl in the corner says, when you cast your first vote, what kind of future will you vote for? So, and on the back it says, thanks for voting. Or thank you for voting. So that was our fourth election story time. We have 2 more. There are 6 total. We hope you come back to vote with us online in the literary presidential election, which is on November 3rd. And we can't wait to see you back at the library soon. Have a great day.